San Juan, Puerto Rico, when the McCourty twins played under Greg Schiano at Rutgers. What was his defensive coaching style? Very aggressive, said Jason McCourty. Man-to-man and a ton of blitzing. Cover 2. Blitz. Cover 2. Blitz, summarized Devin McCourty. Schiano's addition to the Patriots coaching staff has not been announced, but he's expected to be the successor to Brian Flores as the defensive play caller. Under Bill Belichick, the Patriots are inclined to put people in positions and let things play out, so Schiano's role may morph quite a bit. And it's also not reasonable to expect that his coaching style with the Patriots in 2019 is going to align exactly with the way he coached while at Rutgers from 2001 to 2011. More from Tommy. Current return to the Patriots is Jason McCourty's first choice in free agency, but both McCourtys expect the same strict approach Schiano exhibited when they were at Rutgers. "He's a very tough coach," said Jason. "Big on discipline, big on doing things the right way, so it seems as though he'll fit right into the New England mold. I remember when I got to New England after leaving Rutgers realizing that I was ready," said Devin. "I was ready for the long meetings, the long days, understanding time management. He made us very pro-ready. I don't know how he'll be with us as a coach in the NFL in New England," Devin continued. "I've never experienced that. I had him in college and I knew him as a strict head coach who I had a ton of respect for. When I left, even though I probably hated some things, I realized when I got to New England the preparation I got. I remember other guys saying, 'Shoot, this is too hard.' I was thinking, this is easier than when I was at Rutgers." I always had a lot of appreciation for him not caring how we felt as little 18 and 19-year-olds and instead preparing us and making us ready for the jump to the NFL on and off." Schiano's style didn't fly in Tampa, where an assortment of Bucs players complained and complained and complained about Schiano until he was fired after 2 seasons. "He's trying to be Belichick, the ever-available Michael Bennett complained in 2013. Yeah, some people think Belichick's an expletive, but he's a legend. When this guy acts that way, it's a whole different deal." Bennett, of course, would go on to play for the Seahawks, where he'd find a way to complain about the style of Schiano's polar opposite, Pete Carroll. Schiano did a lot of pounding the pavement and reassessing after getting fired by Tampa, and he didn't work again until 2016 when he went to OSU. It will be interesting to see how well Schiano does in the NFL this time around, especially now that he'll be working with players accustomed and adjusted to a demanding style. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. The New England Patriots were able to win the Super Bowl in 2019, and they definitely got some help from their receiving core. According to Pro Football Focus, the Patriots had 4 receivers log above-average grades as outside receivers, including Super Bowl MVP Julian Edelman. A quick glance at the Patriots receivers from 2018 when they lined up outside. Pick.twitter.com/8TASV6not2, Pro Football Focus, at PFF, February 24, 2019. The top players on this list aren't too surprising, as Josh Gordon and Edelman both performed well on the outside when they were on the field. However, the big takeaway from this is the regression of Chris Hogan. Despite being a key weapon for the Patriots in the previous 2 seasons, Hogan didn't have as much of an impact in 2018, logging only 35 catches for 532 yards and 3 touchdowns. That was a slight improvement over his overall 2017 numbers: 34 catches, 439 yards, 5 TDs, but he only played in 9 games that season. In 2018, he suited up for all 16 games. Hogan grading poorly as an outside receiver is certainly disappointing, especially considering his relative success in the role the previous 2 years. At the same time, it does match up with his underwhelming performance from last season and could explain why he saw 3 or fewer targets in 8 of his final 9 regular season games. Hogan's worst season as a Patriot comes at a bad time for him. He is set to be a free agent this offseason. The 30-year-old could still return to the Patriots, but the team may shift its focus to fellow free agent receiver, Cordarrelle Patterson, or some of the team's other notable free agents. Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device. San Juan, Puerto Rico. Unlike his twin brother, Jason McCourty says he never considered retiring after the Patriots won the Super Bowl earlier this month. Sunday, Jason McCourty made it clear he intends to play in 2019 and hopes it's with the Patriots. "Devin got me intertwined," moaned Jason, who will be a free agent when the new league year begins March 13th. "I'm over here answering retirement questions and I never said anything about retirement. First and foremost, if I could be back in New England and all of that works out, that would be awesome," Jason continued. "That way it wouldn't be the third consecutive year I had to move my family. That would be an advantage. But at the same time you realize how much of this is a business and how much of this isn't dictated by the feeling, hey, I just want to play here with my brother and the guys I built a relationship with. There's so much more that goes into it." More Patriots. Devin McCourty on Robert Kraft. "Don't jump to conclusions. For me, the approach will be letting it play out. When March rolls around we'll see where everything's at, and then at the end of the day we'll see where the opportunities are and then make a decision." This past season was the final year of the two-year, $6 million deal McCourty signed with Cleveland in mid-April of 2017. The Patriots traded for McCourty last March and he was a valuable contributor at cornerback, playing 933 snaps and having his best season since 2012 according to Pro Football Focus, which had him graded as the 11th best corner in the NFL. The Patriots will no doubt see the value in keeping McCourty, but they also have young talent coming up like J.C. Jackson and Keon Crossan. It's not unlikely to think the Patriots will allow McCourty to get to free agency and let him gauge his market across the league before making a move to re-sign him. McCourty, who signed a 5-year, $43 million deal with the Titans in 2012, has never been a free agent at the start of a league year. "I spent the first 8 years of my career in Tennessee and never saw free agency," he explained. "And then, 10 days before the draft, I was released by Tennessee and thrown into free agency. I felt like I kind of got shafted a little bit in my free agency experience that year because by waiting so long to release me, 10 corners had already been picked up and it was really just the bottom of the barrel left. I'd like to make a decision before April for sure so I don't get stuck in that same situation. Given the way he played in 2018, there will be interest." Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Celtics easily on your device.